Well, Happy New Year, guys, and hope you've had a great Christmas and having a better New Year as well. So I was going to do a video based on this year, mainly just the last few months. I'll be doing YouTube as a new YouTuber, you could say, and just having a reflection back at some of the best shots I've taken so far on YouTube. The best is yet to come, I hope. Anyway, sit back, get a cuppa, enjoy. Forest photography gives you that challenge because you do have to go out in the right conditions, and to me the actual whole thing of actually being and immersing yourself in a forest is absolutely mind-blowing. To me it just feels everything that photography should be about. It's not just about the camera, it's also about being there in Mother Nature. It took me a while to get past the chaos and everything, but when I started to see what I liked and the composition I liked, I thought, great, you know, I'm going to come here often. I went to local places. It's about really finding a story from chaos. A shot reveals itself when you're looking, of course, but you're looking for separation. They're different from, you know, woodland photography as any other genre. There's so much chaos, people get confused and they get put off very quickly. But if you take a bit more time, and if you go into a woodland in different conditions, you know, trees present themselves in unusual shapes and forms. It's about really finding a story from chaos, and it can present itself, believe it or not. It's not just it's not just seeing trees. It's, you know, that saying was seeing the wood from the trees. I suppose it comes into play. You have to see a pattern. You have to see a story coming out of the chaos. I'll give an example. I mean, Simon Baxter done a great picture of 5 trees in a row, and he called it a dysfunctional family. You had like 2 parents grown over and the saplings in the middle and all these twisted gnarly trees like those the drunk uncle. No, that's just an example, and he is one of the photographers that does get that across very well. And I think every woodland photographer does do that. You know, we're trying to give you a story, so the main thing is seeing how the trees present themselves and trying to get a story, making embrace the chaos and trying to make a story from the chaos, really.
Looking for something unique in a forest helps get past the chaos, and this definitely does that. As you can see, I don't know if you can see from the camera over there because you're quite far, but there's a lot of lichen on the side of there, and what that will do is that will give you a separation of the image, and it helps bring the tree forward. So you're taking a picture of that, that will certainly help to bring the tree more forward. Sorry about there's a lot of planes going past. Edinburgh Airport is only a couple of miles, well, a mile or so down the road there, so if you can't hear me, apologies. So yeah, that's my second composition, and probably the final one today, as it's going to start opening up and rain any second. So as I talked about, the tree, if you look here, I'm going to take away the Instagram so you can get a bit more idea of the frame. Now the frame, look a bit squint there, but we'll try to squeeze it up there a bit. There we go. So the frame, as you see there, you know, there's nothing distracting, there's no sky, as I said. This tree here, of course, which is the only tree, it comes out and stands out, which makes a picture. And what also makes a picture is the lightness of the lush spring birch trees. So this is the location. I'm almost in the same spot. I don't want to go too close and stand on the bracken just to take a picture. That'll be stupid. So I'm just going to talk you through the back of the camera and let's see what we can keep in the frame and remove from the frame. Yeah, this shot's very familiar. As you can see, the lichen on the side of the tree there, and if I just come up with that, you know what kind of shot this is. It's a shot I done last time. I done a little short video and I was explaining it's pretty much just coming out of winter at the time. There's all this dead bracken, orange bracken here, and all the trees. I think there's some greenery at the back of it, but there's not much. But now it's all in full bloom, it looks a bit more appealing. Probably there's a little bit more work done to do with the framing up. It's too central for me. I liked it to be a bit more to there, but the only problem I've got is as you see there, the branches coming across there. You can hardly see them if I just zoom in and just not focus on the foreground as much, but you know, I don't want to do that. So I think a tighter crop like that, and moving the camera just a little bit to the left again. Now just take that histogram off. You can't see too much there, distraction. This tree here is putting the end of the picture, it's giving you a stop, and this tree here is giving you another stop on the side, so it's fine. It's framed okay. The background is very overexposed. Well, it can be it's potentially overexposed. The light is could be blown out, so keep this nice and sharp. And I think I just want to do is focus on this tree but not get anything else in the shot. I'm just going to move that out the way, that leaf. There's some leaves in the shot there, so I'll move out the way. I don't like breaking branches or anything. So there, yeah, that's okay. Let's have a look at the shot. It looks very dark there. That's because I need to go and shoot up my, if I put my histogram back on, that's what I was shooting, so I need to be a bit more lighter. So I don't want to sacrifice f.28, I quite like it, that aperture for just the tree. I just wanted to go up to about 400. There we go. I don't want to go too much in ISO. Let's have a look at that and see how, yeah, that's fine. Nice and sharp. Let's try again with that shot. Still seeing no underexposed there, but you know, that's just there as a guidance. It's you are supposed to follow it, of course, when you first start doing photography. But as you know, as long as your histogram is pretty much in the middle, it's not clipping each side, then you're fine. Now I do want to get these ferns in sharpness, but the only thing is I'm sacrificing this here. So what I need to do is stack this image. So one shot for the tree and one shot for the bracken rather. It's not fern, so it's bracken. So just be about there, the lightest part of the image, exposed for the light. Get nice and tight in there. There we go. Come out with that. Just shoot there just to get this in nice focus. Another composition, it's just over there's a tree there, and its branches are pretty much quite spread eagle. They're everywhere, the branches, But yeah, it's just quite a nice composition. Let's go and have a take a look. So I found another composition. This one, it's just this tree here. It's almost like it's like a beech tree maybe, I'm not sure. But it's got these branches that are kind of nice and fine, kind of detail, just spread out. Just behind there is some birch trees which the camera won't pick up. Obviously this is not giving you justice, but if you look at the back of the camera you can see how it looks much better. So you see I've got the histogram right in the middle, a little bit clipping on the right hand side, that's coming from up there. There's a lot of light at the top. I'm not too fussed, there's a lot of light there, I'm not too fussed, I can do something with that. What I do like about this shot is these branches are coming over, kind of spreading the frame and framing this little bit down here where all the bracken is, and it kind of draws you in there. Also the fineness of the leaves on the actual tree itself there. I think it's a beech tree, I'm not sure, but without closer investigation we'll never find out what it is. I don't think it's a beech tree, no. It's a young tree of some sorts anyway. I'm going to shoot for the foreground firstly, just to give myself a bit of insurance. And let's get this focused in manually. There we go, so it's nice and tight. Do I need a polarizer? I think so. Let's shove a polarizer on this. So what the polarizer does, takes the glare, and we see there that's nice and green there now, but look, see the camera's picked up there, see the light's quite open here, it's shooting right down from the canopy, hitting the top of the bracken, and as I just twist this to there, we get a nice muted green. There's not too much luminosity there, it takes the luminosity away, you could say. Now, some of you guys wonder why this camera's shaking. It's on the side of a hill, so I've got to be very careful, and I've got the timer on just to stop any shake. In conditions like this, it's so easy to forget that we rush about and we kind of try to take pictures and find compositions in a hurry. I had to remind myself to take it slow and seek out the very best compositions on offer. That being said, I had in mind a scene that I wanted to photograph. Although I'm not sure if it's any good or not. This was a really rushed morning. So right at the back of me here, there's two trees I really like to look at. But this composition is pretty much talks for itself, doesn't it? What I'm trying to do is separate these trees a little bit. So if I can move, yeah, something like that, that's a bit better there. I like that there. So this composition's okay. Got a natural frame there. I don't know if you can see it, but the tree at the back there, I'm not too keen on that tree at the back. It just seems to be not really in tune with the two trees there. So it's not giving me anything to the composition. So we'll take the shot, we'll see what we can do. A bit of magic from Photoshop might just get rid of it, who knows. Although, I'm not suggesting we do that all the time, guys. It's just sometimes when you love a shot that much and it's just a little thing in your way. It's the 21st century, we can do these. You know, I don't like to put anything into the picture, but taking away from the picture is not a bad thing, unless you're taking away a whole tree. I'm just going to go back a little bit. Maybe back a bit more. I'll take you up here if you want. Keep you under the tree, keep you dry from the rain. There we go. Come and see this. Let's have a look. The histogram's pointing towards the right hand side. There's going to be clipping. Give me a second, I'll just get you in focus. There is going to be clipping, but I'm trying to get the atmosphere as much as I can so the clipping doesn't bother me.
So let's look at the final image. Did I do it any justice at all? Let's see. This is a fine old oak tree to photograph. The trouble is, how do I shoot it? The other thing I was getting was some very sharp sunlight hitting the side of the trees. So anyway, after making excuses for myself, I tried to shoot the oak tree from this direction, from the right. Problem I was getting is I was getting too much sky in the shot. So I kind of thought about it, walked around. So I've settled from this composition here.
Size up the shot here. Really do like it. I love the frame of this tree. It's the actual tree itself that fills the frame. Birch trees in the background there make it stand out. That's a lovely, lovely shot in a case that it's, you know, there's nothing really interfering with the actual tree itself. At the bottom you can see there is a bit of, not foliage, but branches at the bottom there, lower. I just like it to be as kind of compressed. This is at 70 mil, is it? I think it's at 70 mils, have a look, yeah. So it's framed at 70 mil. I quite like that, so I'm going to take the shot. So this composition, guys, I quite like it because it's kind of joining together these two trees almost. This branch at the top is coming out, and from this angle it doesn't look really appealing as is the back of my camera, because at the back of the camera I compress this shot a little bit using the 70-200 lens, which is quite important. But what I like about the shot, this is I think this is a crab apple tree or a hawthorn, I'm not sure. I think it's a hawthorn. And this one here is an oak tree. She's an old deer. So we're just going to photograph this, and we'll just kind of try to compress the shot. We're trying to miss out the sky is number one, get rid of the sky. And number two is trying to get these a bit closer into the camera. What I mean by that is compressing the shot, and as I said a couple of videos ago, taking the shot about maybe 150 mil, whatever, and try to bring it closer to the camera. You see what I mean when I go to the back of the camera? Let's have a look at this and you'll see what I mean. So there's a shot at the back of the camera. That's what I'm going for. You can see here, this tree's leaning backwards. This tree is standing up, almost like shoving the tree. This kind of crab apple or hawthorn tree is it's like almost like terminating this tree here, and it's thrown back, so it's a bit stunted. Don't know what I'm going to call it yet, but I'm sure you'll see it before me as I put the image up after this. But yeah, quite like that shot. I'm going to take it, and just two shots. This one. Hi guys, so I really love this shot here, and it's just these birch trees in the background, and including all this bracken. And of course the bracken's changed of course with the season, so it's giving you a nice kind of burnt orange look. And we've got the uniform look of the birch trees, which never change of course. But yeah, it's one of these shots that yeah, it's kind of just a basic shot really. You'll see what I mean when I take the back of the camera. See what you think. So we've looking at the back of the camera here, predominantly in the foreground is the bracken looking really bright orange, and my histogram is pretty much centered where I want it. I'm at ISO 250, it is quite low light I'm in just now. F8, which is pretty much getting it almost all sharp in the foreground, and 1/4 of a second for shutter speed, because there's not much movement. So I'm just going to move it about just now and just yeah, just try to get more foreground in, just kind of balancing out the image. Now we see there the bracken is moving slightly. It is seems to be a bit of wind catching that, but I still think 1.4 seconds. It might just die down the wind, and I'll just wait for that, I think. So let's see how this fares. So yeah, I'm just going to set up. This is a composition I'm looking at. I quite like it. I do like the clash. I'm going to call this Autumnal clash, I think I'll call it. So I'll name the image, because both are actually kind of clashing with each other as regards to colours. I'm just going to focus on the bracken and just get that nice and focus there. It's kind of, I mean, there's not much editing to when you do these images with you know, autumnal colours. You find just a little bit of touch of saturation does it. You do want to go over score with saturation. So I'm focused on this as the first shot, and what I'm going to do is probably take just two shots. For the first one for the stack is for the foreground, and the second one is for the background. Let's see how it fares. Aye, so we're at another part, just off the roads, main road here. It's not so much a main road, it's a little country road. And as we just left, coming from the woodland, I just noticed this when I was talking to Brian. And you see, you've got like the birch tree, that's 2 birch trees I think it is here. And one of course has got its Autumnal, as I call it. Another one is of course is bare, and there's a kind of juncture position going on here. You've got one that's kind of obviously still hanging on to, in this case, autumn, the other one's kind of shed all its leaves from wind, etc. So in the back of the camera, I'm just going to point out a couple of things here. As you see, what I'm done is predominantly just focused on this frame. Now I've got a bit of foreground there what I'm trying to get rid of, so I'm just going to adjust just about there, that'll do it. So what I don't want to do is get any grass in the foreground. I'm just looking to shoot these 2 trees into that kind of style of format. So I'm at ISO 64, f8, 1.6. There's no movement, there's no wind, so I'm really happy with that. So I'm just going to take 2 shots of this, and I'll just focus on here so we can get this a little bit more in focus. There we go. Take the first shot, and yeah, I mean it's okay shot. I mean it's one of these shots that you would notice as you walk past the location you've been to. And the second shot I'm just going to go for the other birch tree, which is generally just bare. I just get maybe I'll go this end here a little bit more. Yeah, just about there to the sweet spot. And it's lovely. If you look close there, you see there's still remnants of leaves there as well. So I'm going to call this one Autumn Gum, because one of the birch trees is wearing a gown, one's not. It's just what I think sometimes. I really should take more time on my name and my images, but I'll probably change that name from now. I don't know. Let's see. Anyway, if you like it guys, I'll put the image up just now. See what you think. And on to the next composition. So as you see at the back of the camera, I'm liking this part here, which is a kind of frame on the left, which looks like closer investigation, maybe a beech tree. This is a beech tree I think, on the other side. And this one in the middle here is a hawthorn tree I think. And in the back there's some pine, you can just see in the far ground. But yeah, it's a nice shot. I don't mind, getting the sky in is not a problem when you're actually taking pictures in the snow, because it's all white anyway, so why bother trying to, you know, minimise the sky, because you're getting the feeling of authenticity of the image, of the cold air, etc. when you include the sky. So I think it's an important thing that
including the sky now and again is okay if you're doing snow images or taking pictures in the snow. So yeah, I quite like this. So I took a few images that day, and I think I probably didn't have much time to film quite a lot of the compositions. So here's a look at the other images, see what you think. Thank you for watching this channel, guys. I have been humbled with the amount of people who have been giving me feedback. It means a lot to me, and I wish you all a happy new year and a peaceful one. Cheery bye.